Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of March 22nd, 2023. Before we get started, though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I mentioned in previous videos, once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, we'll be giving away $100 to two of our first 1,000 subscribers. So just be on the lookout for further details on how to enter that giveaway. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 6 picks for tonight's NBA slate of games. Before we get started, though, just want to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that I did submit. I submitted a total of 4 slips, and overall, throughout the whole day, pretty much overall the whole day, we had a good night. As you guys can see with this first slip, we were able to go 5-1, as Bradley Beal was the lone one to hit. We took his over his PRA of 37.5, and he only ends up at 28. So 5-1 with that slip. We had another slip right here where we went 4-2. Jason Tatum, we took his rebounds and assists on this slip, and we came up short with that. And then Horford, we also took his rebounds and assists and came up short with that as well. So 4-2 for this second slip. Then we had another 5-1 slip, as Mikal Bridges let us down yesterday, man. He had a rough shooting game. He was 0 from 8 from the 3, only ends up with 18 points. Couldn't even hit the discounted line that they have for Taco Tuesday yesterday at 20.5. His regular line was at 24.5. Couldn't even hit that. I mean, he just had a off game. You know, it is what it is. We went 5-1 with this one. And then in the picks that we did post on yesterday's video, we only posted 4 picks, and we were only able to go 2-2, as Westbrook comes up short with 25 on his PRA line, and Mikal Bridges, like I just mentioned, he just had an off game, as he only ends up with 22 points and rebounds. So all in all, it was a good day. There weren't really any losing slips per se. Obviously, with the 4 pick, even if you miss one, it is a losing. But it was a 2-2 slip, and the rest were 5-1 and 4-2. So all around good day, but we definitely want to get those legit 100%, winning slips. So let's go ahead and hop into my top 6 picks for tonight's NBA slate of games. For my first pick, I'm going to be going to a points category. I'm going to go down to the Heat and Knicks game, and I'm going to be taking Tyler Hero over 19.5 points. Now, I know over his last 5, he's been kind of struggling here lately. He's only hit the over in 1 of his last 5. He did end up on the hook against Detroit with 19 in their last game. Now, tonight, like I mentioned, they're going up against the Knicks. And against the Knicks, he's kind of had his way kind of versus the Knicks, as he's hit this over in 4 straight. Against the Knicks, including the 2 earlier matchups this season. In those 4 games, he has scored 21, 25, 25, and 29 points. One main thing with this one is the Knicks, although they're a great or a good defensive team, they've struggled guarding the 3-point line. And obviously, Tyler Hero is one of the best 3-point shooters that the Heat have. So, he's had it going here recently, been able to find success scoring-wise against the Knicks, and I expect him to do the same tonight. So I'm going to be taking Tyler Hero over 19.5 for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to be going, sticking to the points category, but I'm going to be going to the Pacers and Toronto game, and I'm going to be taking Pascal Siakam over 23.5 points. Now, I know over his last five is the same as Hero. He's kind of been struggling. He's only hit the over in 2 out of his last 5 games and is only averaging 17.8. But I like the matchup tonight against the Pacers. As we know, the Pacers are not a great defensive team. They're a very fast-paced team, like to get the ball in the basket and outscore opponents. Now, over the last 7 games, the Pacers are allowing the 7th most points per game to opposing power forwards. And these two teams have met a couple times this season, but Siakam has only played in one of those games. And in that one game, he did go over, scoring 26 points. Another note for this one, Scotty Barnes is a game-time decision. He might not play. He might. Either way, I like it. I like this prop with Siakam going over 23.5, especially if Scotty Barnes does not play. So I'm going to be taking Pascal Siakam for my second pick over 23.5 points. For my third pick, I'm going to be going to a points and rebounds category. I'm going to be going down to the latest game on the slate, the Suns against the Lakers. And I'm going to be taking Anthony Davis over 39.5 points and rebounds. Now, I know AD has been somewhat struggling, especially on the offensive end. His last game, he only scored 15 points. So I definitely expect a bounce-back game from him tonight. This is a very crucial game, as we know that the Lakers are trying to fight for a play-in spot or a playoff spot, whichever one they end up in. And there's also going to be no DeAndre Ayton for this game. So as to why I even like this prop even more now. AD has only played the Suns this season only once. And in that one game, he dominated as he ended up scoring 37 points and 21 rebounds for a total of 58 points and rebounds. So like I said, with no AD, I don't think they have anybody really to match up. Not AD, excuse me, with no DeAndre Ayton, I don't think they have anybody to match up with AD. So I definitely expect a bounce back game and a big game from AD tonight against the Suns. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my third pick. For my fourth pick, I'm going to go to a points and assists category. I'm going to be going to the Sixers and Bulls game. I'm going to be taking Zach LaVine over 28.5 points and assists. Now, these two teams did just play 2 nights ago. It was a great game. It went to double overtime. And obviously, LaVine hit this over. He had 26 points and I believe 7 assists. I expect the same kind of numbers from him. He kind of did struggle in the 2 nights ago. He went 8 from 20 from the field. They're at home. The Bulls are tonight. So I expect a better, a more efficient game from Zach LaVine. But over his last 5 games overall, he's been averaging 34.8 points and assists, scoring 28.8 points and 6 assists in his last 5 games overall. And against the Sixers, he's hit this over in 4 out of his last 5, including 2 of 3 this season. In those 5 games, he's had 35 points and assists, 29, 23, 47, and 33. So he's had a good history against the Sixers here recently. And I think he should, like I said, be more efficient tonight and get us, obviously, the 29 points and assists that we're taking the over on. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my 4th pick. For my 5th pick, I'm going to be taking the under. It's the only under of the day that I'm going to be taking. And I'm going to go back to the points category, back to the Heat and Knicks game. And I'm going to be taking the under on Julius Randle, 26.5 points. Now, I know over his last 5 games, he's averaging 30.6, mostly to that 57-point monster game that he had their last game against the Timberwolves. But other than that, he's gone under in 3 of his last 5. So other than that big game and against the Lakers where he had 33, he's somewhat been, I guess pedestrian if you want to say. But against the Heat tonight. This is going to be a matchup against the two slowest paced team this season, as New York is ranked 27th in pace, and the Heat are ranked 28th in space. Excuse me. So they're right next to each other as the two of the two slowest teams in the league this season. Now, before their last game against the Heat, where Randall had 43 points, before that game, he's played the Heat in 15 previous games, and he had not hit this over not once in those previous 15. Other than that 43-point game that they, like I said, that they had their last game against the Heat, he has not played fairly well. I think the most he had was 2 26-point games, so he ended up right on the hook. But other than that, he did not come close to it. So I do see this as a down spot after a 57-point performance. And also, he definitely has the Heat attention after scoring 43 against them their last matchup. So I believe the Heat are going to focus more on slowing down Julius Randle. So this is why I'm taking his under 26.5 points for tonight's game. And for my sixth and last pick, I'm going to be going back to the points and rebounds prop, to the first square on the board, and I'm going to be taking the over on Nikola Jokic, 36 points and rebounds. Now, he's hit this over in 4 out of his last 5 versus the Wizards, including the earlier matchup this season where he had a monster game. Now, in the last 5 matchups, he's had 40 points and rebounds, 35, 47, 42, and 57. The 57 was a big monster game that he had earlier this season. And over the last 7 games, the Wizards have been struggling, guarding opposing centers, as they're allowing the 5th most points per game to opposing centers. So all in all, I think this is a good matchup for Jokic to get his numbers. As we know, also, he's trying to, solidify his MVP season and get the 3rd straight MVP, and a big game, obviously, here down the stretch. Or big games, should I say, here down the stretch will definitely help his case. So I'm going to be taking the over on all of the picks that I mentioned. And the only under of tonight we're going to be taking is Julius Randle under 26.5 points. Now, as always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Also, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing a $7 bet for the possibility of winning the 175. I'm going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for my top 6 picks of tonight's NBA slate. As always, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this